Hello there and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you how you can easily start your seeds indoors. I'll also share updates on some of the seeds I've started in the past couple of weeks, as well as other useful information that you might need if you plan to start your own seeds from scratch this year. As I've mentioned in some of my earlier videos, if you're growing your food from scratch in colder climates, you would need to start some seeds indoors, maybe 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time before the weather becomes warm. And why you need to do this is because some of these seeds need longer periods of time to grow and mature and be harvested before the cold weather comes again. The seeds of vegetables like maybe tomatoes, okras, peppers, and other such vegetables need to be started indoors. I mentioned also in an earlier video that I'm going to be planting, some Nigerian vegetables like water leaf, garden egg, bitter leaf, and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and show us how I plan to start my okra seeds. And you can basically use this method for, if you plan to start your seeds from scratch. I've also mentioned before that if you're not comfortable with starting seeds from scratch, you can easily look out for garden centers in your own area and your own vicinity and buy seedlings that they have already started, and all you need to do is to transplant them into your garden at the appointed time. So go ahead and come with me. Let's go start some seeds. So these are basically some of the things I use for my seed starting. I have here some tiny small planter seed starter pots, right? Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, seed starter pots. I like these ones because you can reuse them for years, maybe 2-3 years depending. I still have the ones I used from last year. I also tried to get these paper cups because I couldn't see these ones when I went earlier. But what I like about the paper cups is that they are recyclable, as in they can go back to nature. And then I have these pins. It's basically sewing needles I got, but you can use any sharp object. And as you all know, you need to make holes in your containers for planting. These ones already have holes, but because these ones don't have holes, I just tack them in twos and I go ahead and make holes in them so that excess water can drain out. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that for the rest when it's time. And then here you will need a seed starting mix. And the seed starting mixes, I believe that they are sterile in the sense that they don't have maybe tiny insects and stuff. I've tried to bring some plants indoors before, but insects came into the house with me. But with this, I've not experienced any of that. So you have this one I'm using. Let's see, Miracle Grow. I hope we're seeing it the way I'm seeing it. Miracle Grow seed starting potting mix. Okay, so this is basically what I use, but I have poured some right here in this container to make it easier for me to fill up the containers. And then you'll be needing some water, and also in a spray bottle, and also just in a regular cup. So I'll just go ahead and show us what I will be doing. So as I mentioned earlier, I want to start okra seeds. For okra, I like to soak it in water first overnight, and when you do that, it makes it to germinate faster. So if you're buying seeds from stores, there are going to be instructions on how you can help your plants to germinate faster. So this is basically instruction from the back of the okra pack. So some of these seeds are the ones I got from last year, the okra that I planted last year. So after I soaked them overnight, I had to travel briefly away from home for 2 days. So I just put them in this paper towel, sprinkled water on them, and then I labeled them and put them in a dark, cool cupboard. And then coming back 2 days later, just sprouted just like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up this cup and then plant some okra. So I use this tray to catch the dirt and all that. Let's put this thing aside. So the seed starting mix is very fluffy. You need to press it down a bit so that it's not when you pour water it will go all the way down and then you have to start filling again. So I fill it like so. And I'll do that for a second cup too. Okay. So now that I have filled it up to this particular point, not all the way to the top because I'm still going to be adding more more soil. So I pour water just enough to allow it to drain through all the way down so that the plant, the soil is not dry. So any excess is going to drain out. So this is basically it. And if you feel the bottom of this cup, you see that it feels a little bit soggy because it has started draining the extra water. And then I'm just going to go ahead and place the okra sprouts like so. I'm just going to put 3 per cup. Okay, so here we are, and I space them so that when it's time for me to separate them, the roots will not be tangled too much. And then after doing that, I'll just go ahead and sprinkle soil lightly, just very lightly, to cover. And that's just it, very lightly, not too much, so that it doesn't get too hard for it to germinate. And after doing that, that's when I use this spray bottle. Why I like to use spray bottle at this point and not this is so that the seedlings will not get drowned in excess water. So I just go ahead and spray so that so that's basically it. What I'll do next, I'll just go ahead and label the plants so that I will know exactly what I have in each cup. So if you're starting lots of seeds, different types and varieties, you would definitely need to label them so that you can know which seeds are in each cup or in each plant sap pot. So here we are. Oh crap, ready to go. So let's go find a sunny spot to place these seeds in. So this is where I have placed my okra plants, basically on top of a sunny spot in my kitchen. So you can use any spot you have. I'll go ahead and show you other plants and the setup I have to help them get enough sunlight. So come with me, let's go check them out. So here is the setup I have for most of the plants I've already started, and it is right in one of my bedrooms. Why I'm using this spot is because I have 3 very inquisitive young children that want to help mommy to plant her stuff. So keeping it here, make sure that first of all, it's a sunny spot, the plants can get enough sun, and then I can make sure that inquisitive people, inquisitive little people don't end up hurting my baby plants. So here we are. We have let's see, we have mushroom peppers. Yes, here is still mushroom peppers. And we have different types of peppers. Basically here we have Trinidad perfume spice pepper or something. We have here jalapeno peppers. We have yellow wonder pepper. This is a sweet pepper. All these ones are hot peppers. This is spinach, long-standing Bloomsdale. And we have here my garden egg, Nigerian garden egg. I have the striped variety, the green and white, and then I have the regular white. So all these things here are garden eggs, and each of these plants are going to grow super big. That is the power of a tiny seed. And here we have let's see, yeah, some more mushroom pepper right here. I'm trying to start strawberries from seeds. So this is our two tiny baby strawberries. Don't mind me, I'm in love with these plants. And here I have some grape tomato varieties. I got these from just regular grape tomatoes I bought from the stores. I enjoyed the flavor, so I decided to plant these. So I have them right here. I hope I've not made them fall sick, because I see here it seems like they're having some white discolorations. I have to water them. I hope I didn't overwater them, because I had to go away for 2 days and I put lots of water. Anyway, we have here more peppers, cayenne pepper. We have more spinach, Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. We have here Chinese cabbage. We have here Siberian kale. That's the curly leaf kale. I have 2 of that here. And then we have the dinosaur kale. These ones have big leaves. I guess that's why they're called dinosaur kale. And then we have here also, I have some cantaloupe that I bought from the store, and I loved the flavor. It was very crunchy and nice. So I decided to start them from seeds and see how they'll do. I have here garden egg, more peppers, and then I have here a type of spinach. It's called Malabar spinach. It's a vining spinach. So I'm just trying new things. More long-standing spinach, more peppers, and then I have this seed that I'm in love with. It's called pineapple ground cherry, and I heard that it tastes like honey, pineapple, tomato mixed together. People say that it tastes really nice. So here it is. The seeds are so tiny, but I heard that with time it grows into a really big plant. So these are basically some of the seeds I've started. I'll go ahead and show you some more seeds I have. That's the one for, I have bitter leaf, sweet bitter leaf, and regular bitter leaf. So come with me. As I mentioned, you can use basically any space you have. Some people have more organized spaces, but I'm working with what I have. Here I have regular bitter leaf, and then I have sweet bitter leaf. So the regular bitter leaves, the germination rate is not all that wonderful. So I'm even thankful that I was able to get some sprout. And then we have the sweet bitter leaf variety. So these ones are basically, you chop them up and use them like that. They're bitter, but not as bitter as the regular one. I know I've come across them back home in Nigeria, and it's very nice for making egusi soup and generally any soup you want that you can use bitter leaf to make. And then over here we have different types of peppers. Portugal pepper, Portugal. We have cayenne pepper, and I think this is more cayenne. I have more cayenne, and then I have here mushroom pepper. So that's basically it. And I'll just give us a sneak peek of my backyard, where some of these plants are going to be going to once the weather gets warmer. So those are some of the containers I used last year. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it is motivating you to stand up and do something about growing the food you love right here in Canada or wherever you are abroad. So just let me know in the comment section if you feel as excited as I am about these plants and what you plan to grow this year. Even if you are living at the top of a condo or a high-rise apartment, once you have a balcony, once you have space where there's sunlight, you can grow whatever you want in containers. Everything I'm growing this year, I have lots of things to grow. Every single one of them is going to be in containers, and I'm going to be doing lots of them on my balcony or my porch. So you don't have any excuse. Why not consider doing something about growing your own food from scratch, the food you love, in the space you have? Thank you so much for watching. If you come across any problems or you have any questions about how to start your seeds from scratch, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Ask your question right there, and I'll be more than glad to answer your questions. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you again for watching. All the best. Bye.